What's up YouTube, Tyler from Yugioh Bros, and I'm gonna do a video on how to make a Yu-Gi-Oh team, how to get it going, because I recently had somebody ask me about that, and it was the first time it's ever been addressed to me. So, and the way we started was it was very basic and very easy, but some people just get stumped and need help getting going. So I was gonna run over some of the basic stuff, how to get your team going, how to get your friends together, and how to look a little bit better. So what our first thing was we all met at a local down in New Milford, Connecticut, and we played. And then some of us wanted to play a little bit better. Some of us weeded out. Some of us stayed together. A lot of us became really good friends. So then we decided to break away after our locals kind of fell through, and we came here to my basement, which was eventually turned into just basically a Yu-Gi-Oh paradise. Basically, I mean, commons, thousand count boxes, tables always set up, chairs, couches, systems, TV, all the jazz. It just makes everything a lot easier. So we then decided that we went to our first regional in Stratford, Connecticut, UTC, Dino Rabbit format, I guess. 2 years ago or whatever, some time ago. A lot of us had a really good time, so we wanted to take it a little more serious. So we became a team. Our first thing of addressing was finding a name that was not a joke, but something that was pretty cool. You always have these cool names. So we went with Team Yugioh Bros. That we had so many different names and so many stupid names. Thank God we had one that's normal. I mean, it's a good name. It's very level. People recognize it. People know who we are. It's nice. So that's the first tip I would give you is pick a good name. Run it through everyone. After we picked the name, we had to pick captains, because I think at the time we had me, Bruno, Danny, Julian. This is as we started. Julian, John, Andrew, Bo, Joe. Who am I missing? Gino. I think there's someone. I'm missing someone. So we went through all that. Or whatever. I can't even think of it. So we went through all that. We voted. The best system we had was everyone get down as we're playing the game. We vote for captains. You can't vote for yourself, but you can give 2 votes to whoever. So I think we just did it. We wrote it down, and then somebody threw it in a hat, whatever, and then we started pulling out. We started tallying down. And then we picked 2 captains, because one captain is just too much of it seemed like a dictatorship, and, it's whatever they say kind of gives more of a lead. So we decided to do 2. Me and Bruno both got the most votes, and then Danny followed by, missing by 1 or whatever. So we were the captains, and it just gives it more of a leadership, and kind of just your go-to. It makes sense. You have to have a leader, and without voting, it could get a big problem. No one wants to be I want to be it, or I'm going to be it. You have too many people butting heads. So your best odd is to vote. So we voted captains. That was our best idea. Then Bo decided to make a Facebook page that added all of us so we can all talk to each other. That was amazing. We still use it to today. It's great. I'm does anyone have this card? Blah blah blah. We're going to Albany this weekend. Let's give the price for the tournaments and all this stuff. Let's give all this detail so everyone is set up. No one has excuses. Where to meet in the morning so we can get in the car and go to a regional at 5 in the morning. Things like that. So getting a page set up is pretty easy and good to do. Then we made shirts. We had our Team Yugioh Bros shirts made. Just your name in the front and something on the back. We did What's Up YouTube, because when we started doing it, I really wanted to get into YouTube, and so did Danny. So we really went hard with YouTube. We're still working on getting well known, but we do have people come up to us and say we really like your videos, and that's really cool, because for someone who doesn't really do isn't as well known as the bigger people, but people still recognize us, it's really nice. But I would definitely recommend going to a t-shirt shop. These were I think $10, and we got them done for everyone. And we use red. My idea was to get red because, well, first off, red's my favorite color, so sweet. Being the team colors being white and red, it's very easy to find one of our teammates in a huge tournament. Like, when we go to, like, the YCSs, like, we went to YCS Atlanta, like, it was not hard to find my teammates with the 1,500 people or 1,300 people that were there because we have such bright-ass red shirts. Plus, having shirts that are, like, color coordinated like that makes you look better and just makes you look like you're very organized and better as a unit. And as you do better in a tournament around 8 or 9, and you get to the top tables, people can recognize the color, which grabs their eye, which brings them to the player. So you see, oh, there's 2 Team Yugioh Bros in the top, 32, top 16, top 8, whatever, in the regional YCS. Like, it's good to know. Plus, a lot of people recognize you a little bit better. I've had people be like, people find us, like, no problem just because of the shirt. So I would definitely recommend getting shirts. Hats are also cool to get. I mean, not my real thing, but I'm really picking my hats, that's why. I would definitely go T-shirts. We eventually got hoodies because the winter, which we just did like gray and red reverse. Because I mean, who the hell wants to see this color on a hoodie? Like, that's obnoxious. I'm gonna get myself a headache if I had to deal with that all day. So we got shirts. Shirts was a good idea. We then decided to, like, that led into more organization. We did YouTube. We set up our YouTube page where we did a few videos. We had like no likes, no views. It was terrible. Like, it was really like a bummer. We were just doing like basic, like, let's open packs and take a video of it. Like, nobody wants to see that. If someone wants to see that, they go to somebody who's known for that. So we decided to just stick with it, keep banging it out. Like, as we usually hit up as many tournaments as possible. Like, anything that's in the 8-hour region of our, like, for regionals, we'll hit up. And things like the 3-day events, like YCS has our ARG circuit series, we'll try to hit up anything that's close to or and affordable. So because we do that so much, we're more recognized in our area, and the more people that see you is the more well known you are in the community. Being well known in the community helps. It has benefits, and makes you, it just makes you play better because you have more people looking at you. Like, I like sitting down next to someone that knows who I am and they like talk to me. I have no clue who they are. Like, it's cool. Another tip for you making a team: make as many friends as possible. Introduce yourself to people. Be like, yo, I really think you're a good player. I've seen you do videos. Like, maybe sometime you want to play, or you want to do like a collage, whatever. Like a fucking 2 people do the same video. What the hell it's called? I can't even talk to her. Like, things like that. Like, you gotta introduce yourself, because the more people you know, the more connections, the more help you have. Like, one of my friends that I met through playing like the same deck, like, he had side deck cards. And I only see him at tournaments, and I was like, yo, do you have this? And he threw it to me, and he's like, don't worry about it. Like, shit like that goes a long way. Because it's like, I needed that, and he had it. And because, like, we knew each other, because we talked at tournaments and shit, he hooked me up with it. It's like, things like that really help. And the more, like I said, the more people you know, just the more beneficial it is, the better it is in their eyes and everyone else's eyes. Like, especially wearing the team logo is, like, a big deal. Another tip for getting your team together is you definitely got to set aside rules. Everything has rules. Just you can't be embarrassing at tournaments. Like, there's no yelling, there's no arguing, no fighting. It's just an embarrassment. You do that, then you get warned. It's like, I mean, if someone was to get in a huge altercation and they're in the wrong, and in like a public tournament, and they won't stop, like, I'm gonna tell them you gotta go home, or we're gonna have a vote and you're gonna get kicked off the team. Like, things like that have to be serious, because if there's no rules, then people won't do whatever. But it's about image. That's like a big thing to me. I mean, I don't know some people, but looking presentable is a very big deal in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, it sounds funny, but it is. We have a page we have to represent. Although we might not have 1,000K subs yet, or like everyone else does, we're working our way up, and we don't want to look stupid on our way up to knock us down. The last thing we want to do is take 1 step up and 2 steps back. That's a major no. What else we doing? A few stupid random tips that really do help get your team better is take all your singles you guys all have and put it in one spot. Like, let me see if I can spin this thing. That's all our 1,000 count, all organized between monsters, spells, and traps, and it goes I think it's 4 levels all the way down. They're all stay at my house because we all play here. It's the easiest way to do it. It's the most organized, and we also have a team binder, which is right here. This is like our main binder, where if we need to like pick something up real quick or like look for something, we have it. Like if I need a place at a walkovers because we're doing something stupid, or like you need to find a common Jinzo gadgets, like things like that, like wolves. It's basically cores or like rekindlings. Like there's it's just commons that are good that don't need to be filed through to find. Like you need econs, you know, stuff like that. Heavy storms, dark holes, your traps, your side deck stuff, your extra deck. This binder has been amazing. Like I suggest everyone who's getting going and wants to be a little more organized to do that as well. Like it's been more than beneficial because everyone's like, check the book. So if I'm looking for a random card that I know has been good in the past, or you know, just good now, and we will have it in here. So that's another little team tip I would throw out there. So, and definitely organization is a big deal. We have Dexter, Alvin, Conrad, and Brandon were on a team misplay before we met them. We met them at a Batteries Not Included in Torrington, Connecticut. We met with them. We went into a few tournaments with them, and eventually they asked to merge with our team. So they joined Yugioh Bros. Dexter is the best organizer I've ever met in my life. It's ridiculous. He will tell you he's our tournament organizer. Every person on the team will either develop or should be assigned a role. Like let me explain. Like Dexter is our organizer. He tells us he finds hotels for big events, or he tells us how much gas it's going to be to get to the regional, and he gives us the exact price for a full car or a car of 4, and then he tells us how many cars we're going. Then he tells us the gas and hotel combined with the 4 to 5 people and gives us the exact price. He just gave us the price for Philly. The man found a hotel and everything that's reasonable, nice hotel. We usually always find top-of-the-line hotels. We ball out. So he finds great prices. Like, I think we're taking 2 cars of 5 to Philly, to YCS. And I think the price was like 85 or something like that. Like, it's too good. That's all 3 days, gas, tolls, hotel, everything. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be a fun-ass trip. He's our organizer. Then we have, like, other people that do other certain things. Like, John does online trading. Me and Danny do YouTube, and we're a lot of the face of the team. We do more of the interaction. We meet as many people as possible. We trade talk, as for stuff like that. We do things like that. We're getting Jared. Jared's kind of folding into that a little bit more. Jared was added from us. He has to join our team about a year ago. He's from Stratford ETC. He wanted to get better, so he has to join, and we let him join. So everyone needs to kind of develop their roles or be like, I need you to go do this. Eventually, most of the time, you'll find that they are doing something that's very useful to the team. Like, whoever's the captain of your team needs to have a very, it needs to be, like, a very strict state of mind, but not too strict, because you gotta remember, it's Yu-Gi-Oh!, you're with your friends, you don't want to be a dick. So, I mean, like, I don't want to be a dick and all that, but if people are fucking dicking around, I'm gonna tell them you gotta stop doing that, or you're not gonna play in the team anymore. Like, you don't want to embarrass, and it's all about, like, playing better, getting better. Like, everyone needs to be better. Everyone helps each other build. To get better at Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not about buying the best deck. To get good at Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to play with better people. You gotta play with some of the best of the best. Their skill and talent will shred off on you. You take everything that they have to show you, every play that they have, take that. Put it into how you play. Think more critical. You'd be amazed. The better people you play with, the better you become. If you were an average Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, and you were to take a friend who knows the basics, you know, if say you're like a person who goes to like regionals and stuff like that, you were to take like someone at locals, and play with them every day, every time you go to a local, play with them over and over, you will beat them so bad. You're going to beat them to the point where they're going to try harder and harder. They're going to play a lot like you. You guys are going to play a lot alike. They're reflecting off of you. That will become better. The same thing goes for you. Like, I would like to get better. I would like to play with people that top the YCSs. You know, the consistent top 8s, the consistent top 32s at big events, like premier events. That's the people that's how, like, people that go to like regionals and YCSs that don't top 32 every time. That's how you improve to top 32. I mean, also there's skill and things like that based on it, but that definitely plays a huge role. So that's how you improve your team. So yeah, that's probably how you get a YouTube team. I mean, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Team, you know, really going. Make sure everyone's playing good decks. Don't let your friends play shit decks unless they have their invites. Then they're free to do whatever they want, unfortunately. Unless it's stupid, like agents. Because Danny will never play agents. Because they're bad. I don't even care if Jeff Jones did it, or whoever did an antimatter, Dalton. Not dealing with that. That shit. So, yeah, that's it for the team. So let me know what you think. Comment, sub. I don't think I'm missing anything. Probably missing something big, but... Alright, guys. Sub.